is Swapna Nadgauda. I'm a psychologist and I practice in Navi Mumbai, Sanpada East. The name of my clinic is Healing Touch Counseling Center. Today I'm going to talk about marriage counseling. So many years, marriage is a proven institution since decades. And now, there is a threat to this institution. Marriage has always given security, growth and personal satisfaction to the people, those who are into marriage. So what is marriage? Marriage is a social acceptance for intimacy. So marriage comes with obligation, responsibilities and the rights. Both the individuals in the marriage have rights, but many times people are not, or the partners are not aware about their rights. Marriage also is a choice. So one can decide whether he or she wants to get married or not. A new person comes to a family which is already a set, established group. So when the person comes to this new group, the group also has to help this new person to accommodate herself to this new group. And also this newcomer, that is a bride, who has to help others to accommodate herself with the groups. So it's a two-way process. It cannot be only from one way. Marriage in a very short term is a package deal of procreation, recreation and bonding. Bonding is very important in marriage. Bonding between couples, bonding between the family. Marriage is about accepting the default roles, husband and wife. And knowing these default roles by knowing the responsibilities of these respective roles. Readiness to help the partner and growing together. Marriage also gives companionship. And there are 4 components of companionship. So there is emotional sharing. When there is a companionship, there is a lot of sharing happens. So there are 4 types of sharing couples do. There is emotional sharing, there is a sexual sharing, there is a intellectual sharing, and there is a social or practical social sharing and also a practical sharing. In emotional sharing, you can say emotional bonding develops. So emotional sharing, partner develops bonding with each other. Sexual sharing helps them to become intimate, so intimacy develops. Intellectual sharing, they discuss and they take decisions, so it helps in overall understanding of their lives. And in practical sharing, couples discuss about the finances or general practical things, and this is very, very important in sharing aspect in companionship. Now, how do we share? And what are the components of sharing? We share by giving time to our partner. We become aware of the needs of the partner. And we also become compatible by understanding how our partner is. And this is very, very important. Expected from partners to be 100%. It is 50 and 50. As I told you, in a marriage, it's a we bond. And in this we, there is I and I. So this I is husband and I is wife. So both are giving 50-50% towards this relationship. So it is not expected that husband has to put in 100 and wife has to put in 100. But if one partner doesn't put out of the 50% that he or she needs to put into this relationship, then the entire load or burden comes to another partner. So it is very important to know that one husband or wife, both of them need to give 50-50 equally to this successful relation, to make this relation successful. So if you see marriage as a whole institutional system, it is compartmentalized. Compartments are like individual compartment is me and my personal life. I'm still in the marriage. Then social life, where I share me personally with the social life, and me and my family is me, husband, and my children is my first family. So the second compartment comes the social compartment. Third compartment is the family. Is the family if living in joint, so with parents, so it's a family. So family as in husband, wife and a child, and family of the husband or the wives, so it's a family, so that compartment. And then comes the work or the professional compartment. So both the partners have their respective professions, but these are compartments in the marriage which keeps affecting the overall marital success as such, because both the partners bring in the emotions when they interact with these four compartments. So where the problem starts in marriage, as we have seen what marriage is. So where the problem starts? Problem starts when both the partners are not putting in whatever is required from their roles, default roles, and their expectations in the marriage when it is not met. And also either or the partners are thinking only I am giving in. From that is the point from where the problems in the marriage start. Also, many a times it happens that either our partner feels that I am not being understood, I am not being supported. These are few areas from where the problems enter into the relationship, and both the partners needs to communicate. So in marriage, the trust, the compatibility and the communication are the three major pillars to make it successful. So the moment you understand that there is something wrong or something different is going on in relationship, that thing needs to be discussed calmly and not making the other person feel emotionally. So I have to make my partner think and not feel. So think is I will ask questions what is happening and open-ended questions, but not I am not going to make my partner feel guilty or worthless or useless for myself or for the relationship. These are the certain things which partners needs to understand. While in relationship, a wife has to understand one thing, that she is crafting a husband out of a man. So a mother will turn a boy into a son and not into a husband. And a husband is a role or a husband is a role what a man plays towards a wife. So husband caters the need of wife. So wife has to help the husband to understand her own needs by communicating him well. In contrary, a husband is actually addressing a woman inside a wife. A woman who is playing a role as a wife, husband is actually addressing a woman, a girl, her needs, her wants, her desires. So in short, we can understand or we can say, and what is the need of a woman first to feel respected? So when a man or a husband respects a woman, she feels that she is loved, because she feels that when a man is respecting me, so the love is incorporated or default. And whereas a man who is loved feels that he is respected. So both are actually respecting and loving each other, but their understanding of love and respect comes with a different context, which one has to take an account of it. So marriage also gets affected by different personality trait of both the partners. And also the problems in the marriage can be due to the difference in personality traits. In simple words, we say nature. They both are different in their nature of expression, response, thinking, adjusting. The problem in the marriage also comes from these difference in traits and also the personality disorders or mental illness, and which has to be addressed as and when it is required. One thing is very, very important that to understand in marriage, that you cannot just keep the things pending. When you see that there is some issue between partners, it has to be resolved. Either both the partners can resolve together if they trust in the family. Entire family can help both the partners to communicate with each other well, or they have to seek a professional counseling. We all are different. We all are different by our nature, that is genetic inheritance. We all are different by the nurture, the environment. Both the partners come from different environmental background, and now they are sharing they are creating one zone where both are going to live together. So they have been groomed differently, they have different traits, and now they are going to live together with all these differences. We are also different culturally, and also our brain makeup or the intelligence. So if we understand that we are different, but if I have to live in this relationship, then I have to in a way accept, to learn to accept the difference in my partner, and also help the partner to accept the difference, the way I am different than him. So the acceptance is also a very important component in the marriage. There are certain goals of marriage, such as so the holistic perspective. If we take the marriage, the goals of marriage is to bring in the compatibility, complementary, and coping skills. Marriage also help us in a way to learn sacrifice. And what is the reward of sacrifice is the growth. So I thank you all for viewing this video and my thoughts about marriage. And do remember, friends, if there is issue in relation, in marriage or in any relationship, do not keep it pending. Get it resolved. You can contact me. You can visit my clinic, which is at Sanpada, Navi Mumbai, Healing Touch Counseling Center, or you can contact me through Lybrate.